Hey there. Today I want to take a look at the Greek-English New Testament from Crossway. This volume includes the Tyndale House Greek New Testament and the English Standard Version 2016 New Testament. I bought this edition a few months ago to use as a sort of wide margin Greek New Testament, as I gave away my previous Tyndale House Greek New Testament to a friend who was entering the ministry. You can see here the sort of notes I've been writing. I've been using a mechanical pencil to write the notes, as I have found that the paper is quite thin. I could use a Pigma micron, but I thought that it might bleed through the paper too much, and I've been happy with the fact that I can rub out my notes if I find that I make a mistake. It has functioned quite well as a wide margin Bible of sorts. There is plenty of space for leaving notes, and I have found that having English along the right hand side has meant that I could take this to Bible studies and teach from it while still having all of my translational and critical notes on the Greek side of the page. I do recommend this Bible. However, I feel I must point out a few shortcomings of it. As I mentioned before, the paper is thinner. This appears to be a compromise, as they did not desire, I think, the Bible to become too thick and unwielding, because at the end of the day, this is two New Testaments together, bound in one volume, with a lot more space than you normally get on the page. Another thing I noticed is that, as well as the fact it maintains the canonical order of the Tyndale House Greek New Testament, where you've got Gospels, the Book of Acts, the Catholic epistles, and the Pauline epistles, that some of the notes in the textual apparatus are on the wrong page. An example of this is in Romans chapter 16. You'll notice at the bottom of the page that we go to verse 18, and yet in the apparatus we have notes for 16 verse 20, 16:23 and 16:24, which are on the next page, but as you can see, there is plenty of space for the notes to be there. Another thing is that some of the errata documented on the Tyndale House website have not been fixed. I have an example of one such errata here in Romans 16:12, where there should be a capital A, instead there's a lowercase a. These errata were documented about the same time of the first printing of the Tyndale House Greek New Testament, and it does surprise me that an edition like this, which has been printed, it's been up to a year since the first printing, maybe more, has not had these fixed. I highly recommend, if you buy this edition of the Tyndale House Greek New Testament, or any other edition, that you go through and check these and fix them yourself. I've linked to the errata in the description of the video. Finally, the spine hinges do not appear to be flexible enough. You'll notice how stiff the spine is, and I have concerns that with continued use, the spine may crack, discolor, bits may flake off of the paint, or that it may break entirely. It hasn't done so yet, and I have been using it weekly, but that is one of my concerns going forward, especially as this is a volume which I am using regularly, and I believe I will use into the future, particularly as it contains many of my notes. So that's it. This is the Tyndale House ESV, Greek English New Testament from Crossway. And I do recommend, if you've been thinking of getting a Greek New Testament room to write your notes, that you seriously consider this edition. I'll see you later.